Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, April 6th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am a presence warrior. And today we are building to the new moon in Aries early tomorrow morning. So we're really feeling that energy of the dark of the moon. We're feeling what's coming up from below the surface, what has been hidden that wants to come up and be shifted. And we have kind of a big event. It happens, like twice a year, exact, to have the Sun square Pluto. So the Sun square Pluto, square is that resistance energy. The resistance energy, it helps us. It's hard. It's not always easy, but it helps us see the contrast. It helps that resistance, help us see what we're still battling in our life. And the energy today that's at 17 degrees. That's an 8. That's Saturn. That's about showing up. And I actually had a whole meltdown about the energy of presence today and really how people have shown up in my life, the energy of presence. And so when I saw the astro, I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect. Being a presence warrior. How are you showing up for what wants to come into your life? With this new moons are an influx of new energy, especially when we're in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, which wants to dive in head first. But we're still messing around with all this old gunk, all the old past experiences, all the possible future experiences, and missing out on what's right here in this presence. So if you can hold space in the presence, in your presence today, you're going to really be able to really work with that energy of the new moon coming in early tomorrow morning. And the other thing that popped into my head is, we all love animals. And why we love to be around animals or children is that most of them are really present for us. And that feeling is so healing. So if you can be present in your life through the day, the way your cat or dog or horse or iguana or tarantula is present for you, and just see the shift that makes in your life, what it allows you to release, what's no longer working for you, and what it allows you to recognize that you're wanting to bring in, it's going to be so healing. The moon is in Aries, like I said, dark of the moon, prepping for the new moon early tomorrow morning. This moon today is connecting to Venus, newly in Aries, and Venus represents relationships, and in Aries, we're dealing with the relationship of ourself. And the additional qualities of Venus are about our talents and our worth. So some of this stuff coming up may be some latent feelings about our talent and our worth. And so this Venus energy is wanting you to shift, wanting you to come and love yourself as you are. It's at 1 degree, and 1 degree is the degree of really loving yourself. And then, I love this connection, the moon is then going to trine Mars in Sagittarius. And so we've got the feminine energy and the masculine energy, the receptive energy and the actionable energy, both represented by connections of the moon today. And that moon trine Mars energy is at 8 degrees. So again, that degree of showing up. So if you were able to process some of that old worth stuff that might have been coming up with this dark of the moon, you can now take energy in your presence. I want to mention too that we had Mercury shift yesterday. Mercury shifted into Taurus. So on a mental level, we are running through our energies of our worth. So the worth stuff is very up and very important in this energy. And all of this will feed into tomorrow's new moon as well. So really be really vigilant about what you're feeling and what you're moving through. That being said, here's the cards. I love the cards. The first card, mind energy. Mind energy, when you're in it, when you're telling all these stories up here, you're not really able to be present. So, what are you meant to do? Get beyond the illusion. Get beyond the illusions of your mind. Recognize that these things are stories. Often, our mind is not in the present moment. It is often either in the past or in the future. What was or what could be. So redirect beyond that illusion right now to the present. Slow down, hold space for yourself, and then trust your process. And just recognize when you're moving out of the present moment. Recognize when you're, I'm telling stories. These are stories. And those stories, they're not bad things. We spend a lifetime collecting evidence, collecting data. What happens when I do this? What happens when I do that? These things can be helpful in our life. They're not bad things for us to work with, but we work with them constantly instead of minimally, instead of feeling what's going on right here, right now. And that Sun square Pluto, that's ultimately transformation energy, helping us transform out of how we have been, transform the structure of things into how we want to be, into the soul of our soul. So, just that. I will be back tomorrow for the new moon horoscope, but have a beautiful day and book a reading if you'd like to dive further in. Namaste.